You know, for 35 years, I've been an MK Ultra child in this shit Australian country. You know, you heard of Fiona Barnett and Mein Kampf? This camp, like, what's his name? That island that they took all those children and they raped them on. They got a camp here in Sydney, Australia, in Sutherland. That's the same. And Fiona Barnett blew the lid on it. It's still active. It's still running. As I'm talking to you on this camera, I received a text message from my dad because I asked him for money this morning. I'll explain to you why. For the past 10 years, to my knowledge, because this has been going back since childhood, because I'm an MK Ultra child, sex trafficking, sex grooming, sex kitten, beta programming, because there's different programming. If you're an alpha, they'll put you through beta programming. If you're a beta, they'll put you into alpha programming. So in other words, you've got betas running around that are alphas, and alphas who are running around that are betas, just because they've been programmed like that. Anyway, I go to sleep and I wake up. Things are missing, things are stolen, things are ruined in my home. I'm microchipped in both ears with RFID resonance chips. Both ears. I don't know, since 2012. Illegally microchipped because I had hand surgery. Put through Macquarie lawyers. Dr. Paul Tyson in Fairfield, the neurologist who mapped out my brain with the ECG electrodes. And Dr. Ding Chen was the surgeon. Now since then, I've been beamed with radio frequency acoustic weapons a lot more than what I was growing up with. And they alter your consciousness, they alter your brain, they make you hungry, they make you sleepy. They can activate your sexuality, they can deactivate it. The stronger your will is, the stronger your mind is, the more resistance you have to it. So the longer this program goes on, the people that are running around profiling you, surveillancing you, monitoring you, make sure that you're drugged with drugs that weaken your will. Now over a period of time, your body grows a resistance to a tolerance. And if they've been doing this generationally to the men in your family, then you will have a very strong tolerance to it. They say this is what they're doing to me, all these local shopkeepers, because they move you into government-funded homes and you're surrounded by these people, absolutely inundated and surrounded. They're all government, store clerks, their children, and they're all associated with Freemasonry and all these other secret occultist networks. I'm an Essene, and I practice the Hermetic principles of Tahut Tahut Thoth, or Enoch, which is where they get all of their sciences from. And it's not exclusive to this them. So if you want to build your temple, you don't have to build it with these Freemasons. You don't have to build your tree of life through the Kabbalah, through these Eastern stars, which are Babylonian infested. You don't have to go through the Shriners Lodge that's in Australia, that was registered in 2009 by 3 Master Masons who are fucking Teutonic Knights. In other words, they're the Reich. The Third Reich, Fourth Reich. You don't have to go through these channels. And what these channels open up is what you're blocked off from since childhood. So you already have access to it. Astral planing, the parallel world, the quantum connection with your duplicate, particle string theory. It's not a theory. The Kemetians used to preserve, the pharaohs, pharaonic bloodlines used to preserve their body, mummify it, so they can keep that quantum connection open with their quantum duplicate. If they didn't make it into the King's Dome, which you don't need your quantum duplicate for, the kingdom, and they say they don't want you knowing that. You want to know why? They want you bouncing back from metaverse to this verse, backwards and forwards, in this Saturnian lunar matrix, That's what they want. That's why the CIA star, it's a light prism. A box. A light box where light bounces off the inside of the box and doesn't get out of it. And there's boxes on top of each other, angling. And that makes a star shape. That's what that star is. It's a light prism. And you know Enoch, Tahut, the first Atlantean, they call him Yahya. I mean, is it Yahya? Or something in Islam. I can't remember right now. I think he studies. I don't know. They call him Idris. I just got it beamed at me, which means to study. The first person to use a pen. That was our first prophet. Our first teacher, the Atlantean. And you got all your stuff from us. And he proceeded to kill us in Spain in World War II, and this Spanish Inquisition, the witch's hammer, run through the Vatican. The Knights of Columbus are also connected to the Teutonic Knights and Templarios. This is your Freemasonry. That's not my Masonry.